Anopeyana. Otoado a release blaster squad meboa.
Yeah, 23.
Na me squad ni mudin. I'm sure we are going to discuss it. I'm not going into the merits of the squad yet. Rich, there's an observation be am making. And I think say a probably be interested kakra. Rich. And it is about Kotoko. Rich, so our squad anymore. And more being your man, especially House of Folk fans. No, I am not saying say Benjamin Asare doesn't deserve to be in the squad. So when he started sister, he is virtually the best goalkeeper every league in him. And they be I say we should give your league, the opportunity to produce players or blaster. So I am not discussing Benjamin Asare. But Rich, I am discussing a certain culture at Kotoko. A consistent kakra. Rich.
No baby of Fiba.
Kotoko, any player be no national team, especially goalkeepers. Say your friend of national team kakrebia. Rich, not team nan kasem. Management of such a player are contributing to the player losing the spots with the blasters. And currently, it is happening to Freddie Kasari. Now, Ubejiri said in the last 5 years, Rich, it has happened to Felix Annan, it has happened to Dan Lad, and it is now happening to Abranti FN of Freddie Kasari. Last time, Nibusa Kotoko Penyibi say, Ebia Wabontino, Bibi Ekoso a club in marriage, ye and also okay. The only thing he thinks, say, everyone ye nim and say, Rich, when players ninya blasters call up now. Who say blaster call up no add some value be to player no. And untino say player better than national team goalkeeper. Say only the contract negotiations or extending the contract.
That demands in the cost.
And that demands no more coach no. As national team goalkeepers no. And so do for the club. And to come on the discussion table no. Rich, they are not able to come to a conclusion. And when goalkeeper man say attitude and say one man says career, no so me extending a contractor, then the club start to look at the interest. Rich, come up for this and call that poem. Super. For this problem look at it. It was a Masokuledu management problem. Kwame Baba Demu, he did well. Coach ni say a competitive environment, so be able to know idea on who the entire on you know, and kaka Felix lost his position.
And Saben Sobakaya. Na Felix Anna said, now can know Dago pa.
Of course.
Then me Kaipa vividly. There was one weekend be a branch and Kowari.
Yeah.
Oba na Kotoko game.
No,
I mean, we are one for fraud here. As a man time no couldn't honeymoon. Oba and so no. Look,
come by is doing well.
He's doing
well.
He's doing well. It's a man in Tosso.
You don't think he lost his position?
No, losing in the position.
Dalad had the same situation. Dalad called outside the World Cup. At a point in time, then Felix Anna knew to know. Frederick Kasari, to Dalad. Then Dalad over down, Lagata says, then he also lost his position at Blasters. Currently, is Abanti for the Kasai. On senior national team, no, Rich. Then Oba, na more Kamara bedem, no, so bedem, more Kamara bedem. Sese Crade, and see more Kamara Konya issue was at Remaya. He had virtually become the number one goalkeeper for Kotoko. Today, your first squad, Freddy Kasari, and that Pony. Now, Rich, Unum de Kume, na maintenance. And a normal football market, Sanka player. Ebo club will be na on your national team call up. It is supposed to enhance player and value. It is on your national team player there. And I see a toner. You be scratching say on your national team player because I was hardly on the CV so. But Rich, Ubeji say because of the SEC and say with Felix Danlad and now with Frederick Kasari. But I Felix for free. At a point where national team goalkeeper, I will add the value and can use Otona. We will just come more than say on your national team. But Oba, Wameda, Obeda on that were losing the position. Contract extension, the demands was slow. in the end, to me extend the contract, the player goes for free. Nancy that lad call Ethiopia. Rich, he was going to Ethiopia. I don't know whether Kotoko had become a national team goalkeeper. He went for free. In Pimpia, I know say, minim baby a contract discussion no with Frederick Asaya Kodru. But Rich, I'm sure ya. Kokwasa sa. Frederick will also ever do the end of the contract and say me go free. Enti medima no see no. Rich, how did Kotoko become a teamer? A young national team player. Our added value to Nesafa. I was like a club ni taking advantage of her. They manage the situation for the player to lose the national team call up. No. Then they end up also losing the money and the value now player now added to the self. No. It is worrying.
You see, Ayala explanation on that issue, it's fact. And almost every time, will be benefited. Nipa no be benefited no. The next time no be a victim. Na obi for fraba be benefited. No be aba be a victim. No be for be benefited. No be aba be a victim.
Yeah, free you Abarura.
And I mean, so there a lot Kwame Balora, I mean, Danlad Ibrahim, to the extent that goalkeepers they move bebre no. Now their careers are not really on the level that Kepese could do. When you speak of Lagata, Danlad Ibrahima, Nanka supposed to be the net rich, me say Felix Annan at the time. Me na me who be that. I mean Samir J and the likes more, but pure true and true for a goalkeeper of his height.
Academy goalkeeper.
Yeah, na all that.
Bobo Sima.
Yeah, na all.
To me say this is a goalkeeper
Yeah,
training.
All that goal no done. It should have been long term because you see the funny thing is it coincides with Black Stars. Your goalkeeping problems. The best goalkeepers for our Black Stars have always been local goalkeepers. Because it's the biggest asset of a goalkeeper is communication. Forget about the agility and sabrofono. The biggest asset. Samir Jane Moon, any center back, someone new air can cry. He knows what he's telling them to build the wall. So Felix and your boys 3-1 catch here. And these goalkeepers, local goalkeepers, no, they are think to Chiauza. So they can communicate in a particular way. It affects your team. But you see, my bigger problem is that you can't even fault Kotoko. What do you fault Kotoko, baby?
I didn't hear.
It's a competitive environment, Richard. You see, the reasons of play and contact extension here, I don't know. I don't know, maybe better chain. I don't know the woefully inadequate for anybody to give that to me.
Okay.
But make us a rich. Say Ampampa. Felix Tana your wedding. Any right or any honeymoon. Won't mean deny no. But football is going on, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Bobo.
Nah, ball
in the 2 minutes. So, oh yeah, they're channel.
I didn't see any film. I didn't see any film. Yes, yeah,
winning team.
A merit-based environment. Metias everywhere number 1 goalkeeper. Yeah, man, precedent. Yeah, man, credence, no. Oba, yeah, man. But say BBC again. Yeah, man, Felix Anandi oko Warriors and a issue this year. And yeah, after you or 2 asukakra. And yeah, they call national team. And more revisi yeah, national team ball. Ghana League na so koso.
Sure.
It
Obiso
that so. Iti say Obana say oh managing year and you don't look at it well. No matter how you manage it, unyata 2 goalkeepers baby.
And you see, timer.
What about the other ladder of the conversation? For instance, football is a sporting environment. And Coach Bekato say, Uba Adakwaja Achia. My selection is based on competitiveness, sporting wise. Until the other man will training, me do to game more the other man no. Say me who any sporting reason why I have to change Kwame Ban. Na me for less Emeda Baka. I maintain Kwame Ban. Spot on. But Rich, football decision nada no. And then with the sporting in Kwan, there's also a business aspect to it. Anything we say if we were 2 goalkeepers, no bako etimi abon homodi. Now we catch the eye of the national team nets. Now we team national senior national team goalkeeper. And only an advantage number 1. Number 2, even when Felix Annan came, na your man opportunity my own can say Kwame Ba has been a better team at that time. And say now we have for this another level, any Kwame Ba level, you could have said so is the same. Just that Kwame Ba now when your opportunity at them and you don't want to change it.
Kwame Ba so at that time under 20.
No, see a goalkeeper. Good. And both goalkeepers no. Number it was just a situation of where Jai Koye when away them and he's doing well. But then comes in, look, see a TV. See a co-management meeting near a meeting. Obia betimi aka the reason why we must take a decision to a certain direction. But the moment Enoch our accountant Ebeka say yes in some na mu kani nyina no valid but sikasem no ye ni say ebe maximize your profit e benya wade no so we will go there because sikasem mu asem na ye ka no enti apart from the competitive environment apart from say you can choose really between two goalkeepers amu ewo situation ni mu no which I think say the fact that one becomes a national team goalkeeper, none value no ever so in the other. No one say ne some top players now. Bakuya national team goalkeeper, many is catching the other must also come in to inform your decision.
So who suggest to say and kanya rotation? And
suggesting and say in taking the decision, BBR must come into play. BBR. And so obi a national team goalkeeper. Now on your friend or national team. For me, a advantage where you don't have to just overlook and say a competitive environment in Tino. Especially when goalkeeper now can answer any the national team goalkeeper no reach the defense no. And so then your class when in that team
coaches no super catch say look Ayala the okay it's true. Samisham Rante ni me now we are national team. We call and we never die. But who call now we never die no. Me coach now me teach no.
Is it rich?
Me who say goalkeeper is very good. He's giving you
is rich. Onim for a coach or protecting the interest as a coach.
And American.
So winning matches. Ni KPI is in nah.
It's to win games.
It's to win games.
It's on
director. Exactly.
Black Stars club
sporting director so KPIs is to manage the club which includes profit. And like I say, baby, it can never be an isolated situation. It's okay, sports and a business and but in this situation, I can't want them. Ayala, no matter what we do, we still have to look at it in the details of player and the contract. It's ever said that than last 6 months. You can't say just because the than last 6 months. Onye just be extended contract now. He cannot open it's because he's a national team number 1. Still, we have to make him be there. No. Team Nebeka say, okay, fine. Then young player no can. Yes, this year building capacity. Into him, maybe Kotoko should stop taking 2 top goalkeepers at the same time.
Because every two nani ampansa.
Aye, every win top goalkeepers me.
Because Razak Kabarura.
Aye,
Shemebia no fever.
Exactly.
Excellent goalkeeper. Kwambanum. And I mean,
top goalkeeper.
National team goalkeeper.
Very young. No one one senior. Then even if senior no crop on the
Black Stars listening to Facebook in Shawazo for
the observations I discussing tomorrow the permanent solution and say yes Kotoko seems to be having consistent problem with having a goalkeeper go to national team. Oba and the management he loses the sport and eventually Kotoko even loses the goalkeeper too for free. Say if that is the situation there, Momo Jinisa will conclusion and say Kotoko at no point in time also Kotoko top goalkeepers
be a nash because Kwame Bandi and the example Kwame Baba Kotoko. No, so under 20.
Yeah, under 23 on the coach.
Number 1. And go on down at that level. At that level. Go on branch and down. Net is all the overcast ordinate bench. It is a way you are not able to go post. It makes it difficult to way by you have
but so people say only Fifi say. Say Obiko national team in the bar. Now also add value to the self in ni demands cost. If Saoko you happen to get into that same situation in BMA. Now, say, second goalkeeper and yet the level now. Ubakasa or your top notch now. Now you have to go and rely on her. Does that solve the problem? I mean, minister, question I get what you say.
So the second choice goalkeeper now. Second choice goalkeeper, Richard.
I know when you rotation. What about rotation?
But which rotation on me so Omo Lusu na select me. What you say?
On say Abrante ono do akọ offer chew. Na just over here.
Exactly.
More camera na that goal post.
So imagine say Ogumbeka to say rotation or here. So in the next 10 matches, we need that immediate national team call up. And your goalkeeper is sideline.
Ninety Frederick if has a full goalkeeper header pull him.
Benjamin.
It's because of consistency.
They be out them. And he's doing well.
And Oshe Frederick Asaya, me can't never can like that at time now that lad issues by yes, you Frederick Asaya tall. I mean, I said a lot of good things about him. But on that, what are you even going to say? What are you going to say? For me, me can't pass here start this season. Me besides Zando the same way. Time I Kotoko for Kamara foreign goalkeeper. I told Zando, saying to Ogum. Why the man one goalkeeper? Because a foreign goalkeeper is coming here to come and win the post.
Okay, Monfa Black Stars listen and to Facebook is Shamas 4.5 now. Yashofoni ati from who a players and Yami Yaduma. Omona a big Ghana name Ebraya 2026 World Cup Air